Yeah, we're back on.
Yeah, so like at some point in our life,
Yeah.
if you didn't actually work with the system, you was gonna struggle. And our parents, I know for the most part, that we're all from like, you know, backgrounds where we've all faced oppression in some forms.
100%.
And our parents will look to us, and I'm not gonna bring up my kid to go through the same oppression. So they would tell them, listen, as much as you wanna go and be a blogger, blog's not bringing no money, you have to go and learn to be a doctor, because doctors get respect. Do you understand? Be like, I don't really want to cut up people and be no doctor, but the doctors are going to bring money, and the doctor's going to bring status to our family. People are going to start treating us different. If you got a responsibility to go and be a doctor. But that was then. Now the gates have been opened up. People can actually build their own business and stuff. So things are changing. So those generations that went through that are going to have a little bit of a hard time there. But you know, it's just for those who can do it to say, you know, it's unfortunate that you can't see that thing there, but I'm going to show you. No worry. You know, you cannot stop me from being who I want to be anyway. Just enjoy me. And that's a big part of this awakening, is that, you know, we all kind of coming from a place where we've had to fight for who we are.
Absolutely.
You know, and then once we've done it, it's like we said, once you've done that, then the family turn around and look to you and they go, well, actually, you've shown me something different.
Also, they put the kid with all the problems. Can you imagine all the problems happening? And you put your kid there, and everything, and you're getting bullied, or you're getting something
school is such
it's too much emotions to be putting your kid through
environment.
that.
A lot of emotions.
They say that school is good for socialising, but who does that? I mean, what adult socialises that? No adult is thrown into a big group of people that they don't know and forced to like them, except for in the workplace. Do you understand? So they're just there trying to teach you how to get on with people that you don't necessarily like. But in life, with so many people in the world, why would you go into an environment that you don't like the people there? You can find environments where you like the people. So it's like army training boot camp. It's not really the place where you learn real social skills. Now, from watching homeschool children, you know, they know how to socialise really well, and when they meet people they don't like, they're like, I'm not really sure, but I don't like that person, and they don't never talk to them again, and they don't feel like they're forced to be that person's friend because they have to. They choose the relationships they want, and they're very conscious of that, aware of that, and for me, I feel much more healthily socialised when you're.
I homeschooled only for 2 years, and then boom, we just grew into like.
I want to ask you a serious question, yeah. You see, like in terms of homeschool as well, yeah? We're just talking about homeschool plus the government, yeah. Why do you guys think the government don't give everybody a choice?
Everyone's got a choice. Yeah.
Does everyone? I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I'm learning something new right now. No. Yes or no, yeah. If anyone or everybody that give birth to kids, that's what I'm trying to say. Does everybody in this side, like especially in this country, does everybody have a choice? If I want to homeschool my child, I homeschool my child. Yeah. I thought that is amazing. I did not know that. You know, I thought it was literally.
You have to write.
Though. It's not like advertised.
Statement.
You know, they try to put doctors and hospitals to be born there to cut your umbilical cords so we can cut them and stuff. Yeah. Whereas a lot with home birth, you wouldn't. You have a lot.
No, I'm talking about homeschool. What am I talking about? Homeschooling. Sorry, homeschooling.
We're going to school, baby. What he was saying, yeah. We're going to school.
By law,
by law, okay.
Yeah, by law. It's up to you.
There are certain categories of different people. Yeah, if you coming into like as a support category, you might have some questions asked to you. At which time the support services that you're with will assess to see if you are making you are let's say conscious. But whether you are making that with the full capacity and you got your planned full out decision that you're choosing to homeschool your children, just in the same way as any other thing, even like things like you know, services will pressure you.
Well, has it nothing to do with when you're born with a certificate?
No. So social services will, for example, will pressure you if the child is involved in certain things, or if you yourself have had, say, mental health issues or whatever, like in the past, they might try and help you. But if you're in that situation and you present to them your homeschool plan, for what you want to do, then there's zero things that they can say.
You know, you're probably telling somebody something new, because probably there's a lot of people who think like me, who feel like
you write to the school and you say, if the child is in school, you write to school and deregister them. If they're not in school, you just don't register them. Yeah. If when they write to you and say your child needs to be registered, which your local council will write to you, you write back to them and you say, I don't need that service. I'm actually going to be homeschooling my children.
Keep writing back
myself. They won't continue to. But if there is a problem in your life, again, like say like this, things that happen into your life, and then the social services know you've got a child, they might just pop up and say, oh, like what is happening here? Should the child be in school, whatever? At which point you say just calmly, thank you for your concern and everything, and this is what I do with my child, and this is the way in which we learn.
He just said, did they take homeschool exams?
So you don't have to actually be educated to the curriculum. You don't have to, but it's an opportunity and offer to you if the child wants to do that at home. And in fact, if your child is registered in a local borough, you can say, I wish to homeschool my child, and you can ask for the curriculum to be sent to you if you want to do that at home as well with them. If you want them to learn to learn the curriculum and then go for GCSEs, for example, at a later date, you can do it that way. But that's not necessarily either, because even for them to go on to college and do things, they don't even necessarily need GCSEs. They need to be able to have a level of education to be able to pass certain tests and exams that show their knowledge and have a let's say a portfolio of evidence of things that they've done over time to show that they're capable of going on to courses. Your child can go on to college or even university afterwards, if that's what they choose. But
I'm gonna proper look even more into this, and I'm gonna consider my daughter literally.
I would imagine that most probably homeschool children probably do go to do some kind of education or something later, but are more likely to go on to creating their own business, or something like that, or going into family businesses, or going into different forms of work, creative forms of work.
There's going to be more homeschool teaching, more teachers online and stuff.
I literally thought homeschooling for decades and decades, for years. I thought homeschooling, obviously the richer you are in this society, the richer you are, sometimes there's certain little things you can do because you got money and they can pick and choose how they treat you, right? So I literally thought, regarding the private schooling sector and stuff like that, because obviously only rich people certain wealthy people can afford to take the kids to private schooling. So I literally thought even homeschooling, I thought it was mainly for probably even footballers or certain people like that. Some, these kind of rich people who can afford it, who they can kind of be a bit lenient.
There's different types of schools as well. There's things like forest schools.
What's that?
Like when you go to the school and they teach you about nature and stuff like that. And most boroughs have a forest school.
Right now in Streatham.
So most boroughs have a forest school. So if you have kids and they're interested in that and they want to go forest school 2 or 3 times a week, they can go forest school. There's all different types of schools. There's Steiner schools.
They teach them like different plants or different trees and.
They teach them about nature, plants,
forage your own
trail finding, foraging, building things as well. All those types of things at forest school. And there are different things.
What would they call it old school? Would they call it scouts? Did you ever do something like
Scouts, the people that dress up in little things and.
Scouts is slightly different because in
I've never been a scout. I think I was back home.
Scouts is more like regimental. They do you like little
more
soldiers
like
and you're learning there. But forest school was just like kids in the class having fun learning about forests and parks and nature and stuff like that. There's Steiner schools now as well. Those things are options too.
Real
some of these things, especially for the children. For children, if
like when you learn about nature, you learn
sometimes you can get funding for these things. Other times things are expensive sometimes, but I think that when it comes down to expense,
I'm learning.
It's about prioritising.
You guys are teaching me. When you reflect, I'm even reflecting while you're talking. I'm like, bro, I just fucking.
And if you want to know more about homeschooling as well, you can easily check this out on the like government website as well, and go and look on there, and they've got a whole part about homeschooling and about what is like legitimate like homeschooling and stuff, and all the services that even the government have to offer, like parents, that they can help you.
On there on the website.
Yes, it's on there. Like you can do it, but as I said, services themselves, they pressure you into going to school because that's like the first route of that's the first route. But if that's not your route, you have the ability
clocking these fuckers. No. So do you think these fuckers sometimes you see in life, if you don't know something, or if you haven't done your research onto something, some people might take the piss out of you because you don't know any better.
Of course, just like the law.
That's how
just like the law.
Yeah.
Oh, you know your rights.
That's what I'm realizing. Yeah. So you see certain schools in certain areas up and down the country, just because certain parents won't know these kind of things. So it's like when they take them out of school or whatever, they'll literally write them these letters, like you said. They'll be writing you letters. You write them letters.
Kids,
they'll be writing you letters. We're gonna take your kids, and then obviously mentally they'll be making you panic and get anxiety. Oh, if I don't take my kid back to school, I'm gonna get in trouble. But realistically, the only reason why they're putting
go on the government website.
Imagine they're making
just go on the government website. How do I respond to this? And you just respond, and that's it. It's done. And you know what? Nowadays, you don't even have to send a letter. You can email them.
Fake science.
Again,
the only thing good in school is art and music.
It's not what you know. Sometimes even people say it's not who you know, it's what you know. But sometimes it's both ways. I think it's what you know and it's who you know. Sometimes
it can be both.
You know
of
when
them.
people say that. Yeah, you know when people sometimes say
but
it's not what you know, it's who you know. But
sometimes you don't get to know that person until you know that thing.
Yeah, it's both sometimes.
You need to know that thing first. It starts with your individual research yourself, and then that actually puts that onto there. Yeah. You know, because even though we're here sitting there together now, if you're not asking me that question, you don't know.
Exactly.
So
that's why
you have to look for it.
Sometimes my question might seem a bit random, but it's because, bro,